Welcome to Fort Collins, Colorado, home to the Colorado State Rams, settled at just over 5,000 feet, and we have a game that will live up to the altitude. Today, a pair of Pac-12 teams getting set to square off in a game that could have season-long implications. As we'll see, the winners of 3 straight, the Washington State Cougars, taking on a squad hoping to prevent another L this week, the Colorado State Rams. For EA Sports College Football, Reese Davis with you alongside David Pollack and Jesse Palmer. And guys, can't wait to get this one started. Washington State ready to kick off as it's time to get things started. And he'll just take a knee, and this drive will start at the 25. So Colorado State's offense will have the football first. Let's take a quick second to call out some of the impact players their coaches mentioned in meetings this week. Anything you guys heard that really resonated with you?
Yeah, I love when coaches talk about guys that bring it every single day. Like, that we can depend on them. They can get other guys lined up. They're always motivated. They're always being a great teammate. These are the guys that coaches love.
And big-time players make big plays in big games, right? These are the guys that have...
There he goes! Hard running there. And he was just showing off all of the slick moves before the defense finally got him on the ground.
Well, if you're trying to throw these curl routes against zone coverage, you got to have great timing. Nice job there by the quarterback, understanding where he wanted to go with it, but also the conviction. Did you see the arm talent on that throw?
And the Rams moving quickly to the line. Corners right up on that line of scrimmage. After 45 on his way. An explosive player in the running game as he's got the first down.
Every offensive coordinator in the country, they come in the game, they have a script. They have a couple plays they want to go through to get their team settled in, get down and get in good third down situations, execute on third down. Nice start on this opening drive by the offense.
I'll tell you, I love the play call on first down here. You're just trying to find an easy completion, and the shortest throw on the field for the quarterback is finding your biggest target, and that's the tight end. Nice job.
He's all the way down to the 27-yard line, and they are threatening.
And as soon as the receiver caught the ball, you saw the quarterback start communicating to his teammates what the next play was going to be, because they're now changing the tempo and going fast.
Wide open downfield. They'll spot the ball at the 12 after that completion. The Rams have it with a 1st and 10. They'll give it to the back. And he rolls into the house. Touchdown, Colorado State.
Now, coaches always talk about starting fast and taking that opening drive and really setting the tone for the football game, and that is exactly what they did. And they finish it with a good brand of physicality, running the football, ending the drive, and getting off to the 6-0 start.
They get set for the point after as we have the first score of the game. And the PAT makes it 7-0. That is an efficient drive. 7 plays, 75 yards. And the scoring play came on the 12-yard run. Kickoff unit on the field, and this defense will be called on to protect this lead. On the move from inside his 5. Not a lot of space to be found. Good hustle by the coverage team, and they stop him at the 21. So the Washington State Cougars offense has its first opportunity of the day. And Jesse, they've got a running back that they'd love to feature in this if he is able to answer the challenge.
Yeah, and listen, this guy might not be a Heisman finalist, but he can break off long runs. And this defense, David, they better be ready. They better pack a lunch, show up today, and try to get hats to the football. Because if you come out here with your B game, he can run all over you.
And it's important for this offense, too, because they need to have balance on offense. They need the ground game to get going. He's capable. He's shown flashes. We just want to see it consistently.
Getting that push, a pickup of 4 out to the 26.
And that's a really nice play. It's impressive. When it's first down, the defense thinks you might be running the football. You still can line up. You can get some movement at the point of attack and find a little crease for your running back.
They'll ride the running back and leave it with him. forges ahead, picks up about 3 to the 29.
Well, they're going RPO. Nice job handing it off, and really good vision there, just getting what he can get, right? Puts his foot in the ground, gets forward, helps this offense find positive yards.
And the Cougars come to the line on 3rd and short, looking to keep the drive moving. He'll pull it down. Great job by this savvy senior to know when he just needs to move the sticks with his feet. They'll snap this one from the 42. It's 1st and 10. Looking for a man. It's Chambers. Working the middle of the field, and it's complete. And he was fortunate not to lose yardage on that play, able to wedge it back to the line of scrimmage.
That was a nice catch right near the line of scrimmage. Man, you want to get some yak after the catch and try to make a play, but that defense was right on him, got him on the ground too quick.
Quarterback on the keeper. And the defense makes the stop after a minimal gain.
Yeah, and it's a nice job by this defense understanding, listen, that QB is a threat, and they're going to run all kinds of options, and he's going to run the football. They were dialed in and got that sucker to the ground.
Fires to the tight end. He'll be stopped about 2 yards short of a first down. The Cougars will try to convert on 4th down. He'll try to throw and pick up the first down. Fires to the big fella. All down, but he has enough to move the chains.
Well, the gamble pays off offensively. 4th down, being aggressive, and they throw for it. How about the job the receiver does winning his route and giving his quarterback a place to go with the football?
The Cougars are on the move. They'll move the wide receiver. Trying to get the corner. Stopped in the backfield. He's going to lose 3 yards on the play.
I love when defensive backs come up and they are physical and they stick their face in the fan and they aren't scared. Talking to the defensive coordinator coming into this game, he knew his DBs had to tackle well. They had to get these running backs on the ground. Great start on this first drive.
Receiver on the move gets the touch pass. And he finds some solid space, makes a nice gain before the defense is able to stop him. And the Cougars want to move quickly. Quarterback may change this route. Toss sweep, try to get it outside to the right.
Yeah, that's a really good job by the defense, because when you get in that 3rd and medium area, listen, you got to be worried about the run and the pass. Did a good job playing both, got it stopped, now forcing a 4th down.
Boy, if they don't convert this 4th down, there will be questions to be answered. That's the end of the quarter, and Colorado State is on top. We've put one in the books. Let's have a look at our game summary. Now to see if these guys can get back in the game as we open the 2nd quarter. So the offense is going to go for it on 4th down. They'll move the tight end. They're throwing for it on 4th down. Hauls it in, the first down and more. Turns out to be an easy conversion for this offense as they move the chains on 4th down. No hesitation, no trying to baby the ball in there. He just fired it complete.
4th down, no problem. I'm just going to rip this to my wide receiver. He believed in himself. He knew he could get it, and they get the 4th down conversion.
Wazzu headed to the line with another first down. Gets the back moving. From the red zone, looking for a man. Swings it out to the flat. That throw and catch gets them down to the 6, and the defense is running out of answers.
Well, it wasn't a great start for this quarterback, but on this drive, he seems to be turning the corner. He just looks like he's playing in a different rhythm. He's seeing the field better. It's almost as if the game is starting to slow down for him. I think on that last completion, it was a good example.
And he'll race it to the house. Touchdown, Wazzu!
This is like having an extra running back in your backfield. This quarterback is magic. When he decides to keep the football, he can make people look absolutely silly. He shows you on that play.
Extra point here will tie the game. And the extra point was good as they finished the drive. Precise, relentless execution on that 13-play scoring drive. And he got into the house for the 6 to finish it. And it'll be a touchback. The ball will come out to the 25-yard line. Guys, we'll have another peek at this Rams offense. They saw what happened on that last scoring drive and now probably feeling a little bit of heat to answer. Wants to throw. It's Coleman. All kinds of room to throw that one in there. Great pickup as they'll keep this drive moving, and they've got it at the 45. And the Rams want to crank the tempo.
Offenses love the explosive plays through the air, pushing the ball down the field. And look at this. Sometimes it creates some momentum, and you want to capitalize, so you go get on the ball.
He'll off one deep down the left side. Intercepted. Big play stops the drive. And they'll close in on him after a good return on the interception. That's one of those throws. He tried to give it some touch, and as soon as it left his hand, you know he was thinking, no, 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 please bring it back. Bring it back.
As a quarterback, Reese, you got to throw the ball with conviction. Generally, when you throw it harder, oftentimes you're a lot more accurate. All of a sudden now, you try to take something off. You're trying to throw the perfect spiral and cut the wind, and
there he goes. And the explosive play, and they're on the move all the way to the 44.
And that's why if you're the offensive coordinator, you've got to find as many ways as possible to get this guy going. Just get him the ball close to the line of scrimmage. Doesn't need to be a throw deep down the field. He's so dynamic when he has the ball in his hands. You saw it right there.
Makes the catch. It's Williams. And that's a very productive first down play in bringing up 2nd and 3.
Well, it's a nice job, too, of the quarterback after the play fake there, getting his eyes down the field. He had to get that to his tight end quickly, knowing he wasn't going to have a lot of space to run with after the catch.
The Cougars in a good... Here with 2nd and short. They'll try the right side. Oh, he's got some space. Dragged down, but they'll move the sticks for a first down. Man down on the play as the officials take a break to let him be checked out. Moving closer to the red zone, it's at the 27 on first down. Motion from the wide receiver. Might as well give it to him again. And he's very fortunate to get it back to the line of scrimmage, greeted by a sea of defenders.
Man, not much wiggle room for the ball carrier there.
I'm not really sure what they can do to try to create some space.
I know. Block better. How about the offensive lineman push some guy backwards and make some holes?
They got nothing on the last play. It's 2nd and 10. Looking to throw, it's Chambers. He makes a catch. And he's brought down after a nice gain. We'll take a quick break as we have reached the final 2 minutes of the first half.
Nice completion here to this wide receiver, and you're going to see this receiver line up in different spots all over the field all game long. Defense has got to keep their eye on where this guy is because they know he's a big part of this offense's success.
They go to the Wildcat here, looking to take advantage of that extra blocker. Snap to the back. Now the toss. Brought down after keeping those powerful legs moving, getting all he could. He'll be a few inches short.
Positive plays. That's all you're looking for here in the option game. Not everything is going to be a 70-yard touchdown run, obviously, but if you can pick up positive yardage like that and the quarterback makes good decisions, pitching it out when no one's accounting for the pitch, man, you'll take that all day long. They don't get the first down, but why would you stop running option after a play like that?
We thought we'd see a little Wildcat formation in this spot, and here it is. Direct snap. And he'll step into the end zone. Touchdown, Cougars!
And that is exactly what you want from your offense. Man, late in the half, you want to execute and then punch it in physically on the ground. Take the lead going into the half. Take all the momentum. Nice execution on the drive by that offense.
They'll try to tack one more on their score. And the PAT gives them a 14-7 lead. And let's check in with Kevin Connors in the studio. Kevin?
A pair of top 15 teams throwing haymakers today. Let's show you the very latest. Tennessee is on top, but it's not like Peyton Manning or T. Martin are playing quarterback today, which is why they can't pull away. They're up by 7 over Texas. Implications galore inside the SEC, and we'll circle back if anything big should happen.
Oh, and how about that? I know Kevin and those guys will be keeping an eye on it for us. He'll throw it. Puts it out of the air. And a good job of coverage by that defense. Just a short pickup. Quick tempo, no huddle offense. 2nd down, clock's running. Back to pass, it's Coleman. Throws to the wideout. It's caught. They've got it to the 49-yard line, and they'll move the chains. Looking to throw on first down. Caught over the middle. It's Brown. Good execution. They move the sticks, and they've got it at the 33. The Rams have it with a 1st and 10. Use the play fake. Now to throw. Fires to the big fella. He'll go out of bounds right at the 23-yard line. Down to the 23 for this 1st and 10. To the air on first down. Pass rush coming after the quarterback, and they get him at the 32.
This defense has the ability to get pressure on the QB from the edge. And I don't necessarily mean from defensive ends, but from the outside linebackers. These guys get in their sprinter stances, and they come off the ball. That outside linebacker showed you his speed right there.
Nowhere close on that one as he got drilled trying to deliver the football, and now they face 3rd down.
Well, they tried to go play action on that one to see if they could freeze the defense, but a great job getting to the quarterback, not being fooled by it, forcing the incompletion.
And the Rams are in a mess here on 3rd and a mile. From the gun, wants to pass. That's reeled in. It's Daly. And good coverage by the defense, just a short gain.
You got to love that. On defense, one of the most critical statistics out there is how do you play on third down? How do you prevent the opponent from keeping drives alive? Right there, tackling the catch. You gave up the completion. Whoop-de-doo. You've set up 4th and long. You're going to get the ball back. Go get some water and celebrate.
Here comes the field goal unit. And he's got to find the right combination of distance and accuracy from the right hash and 45 yards out. Kick is good. The offense has 3 points to show for the drive. That'll bring him to within 4.
Man, so many more times we're going to say, go for it, be aggressive. Nice to have a guy you can depend on, and you know you're putting 3 on the board. Nice kick, nice job.
From inside the 10, here he comes. He was looking for more running room, but none to be found as he stopped at the 23. First half in the books. Time now to join Kevin Connors in our halftime update.
All right, guys, looks like we've got a great scene there today in Fort Collins.
The Rams will kick it off to start the second half. And he takes this from inside the 5. Really disciplined job by the coverage unit to get down there and make the stop at the 19. Washington State has it back, and they'll send the offense onto the field. They got plenty done through the air in the first half, and we'll see if they even need to look for balance as we start the third quarter.
Well, and I think defensively you understand, like the running game isn't a big part of the plan. I wonder how they adjust and play more coverage to this pass-happy offense.
Yeah, so you're going to have to be ready if you're a quarterback then. You're probably going to see some different coverages. You might see a little bit more blitz in the second half as well, so you have to know where your answers are.
Now on the move. Runs through a tackle. That'll be enough for a fresh set of downs. He gets it to the 32.
This shouldn't be a surprise to anybody. If you've got the lead in the third quarter and you want to keep it, you got to bleed the clock. Best way to do that, run the football. And you're now seeing this offense call these run plays back to back. They are trying to be physical, and they're trying to stay on the field.
Looks as if he's going to run it. And he gets it to the 45-yard line, and that'll be a first down.
You know, you talk so much about QBs, right, and having to make really good decisions. There's a great example. He didn't see anybody open downfield. He didn't hesitate for 1 second. He put his head down, and he took off and went running and generated an explosive play for the offense.
Makes the grab, but not quite enough for the first down, but a good gain on that play.
This defense is going to have to be careful. Not only do they have to worry about this guy running the football, but they've got to keep their eye on him when he runs routes, too. He is a versatile back.
Wide receiver going in motion. Quarterback touch pass on the jet sweep. He is stopped behind the line of scrimmage. They'll lose yards on that one.
The first thing you have to do to make these plays successful offensively is I have to block the edge. I got to get my speedster in space. They didn't do a good job of getting that guy out there in space where he could really use his jets. Nice job by the defense understanding it, seeing it, rallying to it, and tackling that guy for a loss.
Back to throw, it's Chambers. He took a hit as he threw it and couldn't deliver the football. It's incomplete, and fourth down's coming. Send the tight end in motion. On fourth down, he'll try to toss it. Catch in the middle, it's Williams. Will not get there. A fourth down stop. We will see what this Colorado State offense can get done this time. Good field position to start this drive at their own 47. Wants to throw on first down. A strike downfield. Flying down the left side. Touchdown, Colorado State. They take the lead with the 6.
Quarterback's abilities to read the field is huge, and also the anticipation, the timing. To be able to throw the football, Jesse, and hit a guy in stride so he can get run after the catch and get in the end zone, that was a nice job by the quarterback.
Yeah, it's critical, David. Listen, a lot of times touchdown passes aren't thrown into the end zone. You've got to read the coverage, hit the open guy, and let him do the rest.
He was looking for more running room, but none to be found as he stopped at the 23. Here comes the Wazzu offense onto the field again. From the gun, the ground game. That is a big win for this defense as they were right there as soon as he got the ball. After getting knocked back to open this drive, it's 2nd and 12. Looking to fire. Trying to set up the screen. Turning it on. Good, solid pickup on that one. They've got it out to the 40, and it's 1st down. That is a time-honored way to slow down the rush, hit them with the screen, and a chunk play.
Yeah, such a great job because you're flying up the field to get to the quarterback because everything looks like pass down the field. Let those guys get up the field, throw it right behind him. He does a little bit of the rest, making some moves, getting upfield, making the big play.
Able to pick his way forward for a decent game before the defense gets him down.
Another tough run for this offense, and I think a big reason why they're down on the scoreboard right now is they just haven't been able to get this guy going. They've tried to give him the ball a lot. It just hasn't paid off, but you get the feeling, too, if they are going to crawl back in this one, they need him to break one off, and it just takes one play for this guy. Don't be impatient. You got to keep giving him the football.
The Cougars are at the line looking to convert on 3rd and short. Looking for a man. It's Chambers. Catch in the middle. It's Williams. That'll be enough for the 1st down as they stop him at the 43-yard line.
And it's on 3rd downs like this. If you want to attack the middle of the field, you got to look for the tight end. Really nice.
It's picked off, and that's number 10. Nothing but green grass down the middle. Touchdown, Colorado State. The defense takes matters into its own hands.
Really nice drive by this offense. This is a top 10 defense. This is a challenge. They're going to make everything difficult. So when you can make some plays against this defense, you got to absolutely take advantage, create some momentum for your squad. Nice drive by this offense.
So the decision has been made, and the coach will take the penalty. Kickoff unit on the field, and this defense will be called on to protect this lead. No chance for a return as that ball flies out of the back of the end zone. Washington State has it back, and they'll send the offense onto the field. That last pick six after a drive like that, David, can swing the momentum of a game.
The defense is still celebrating. I mean, such a big play. I mean, they gave up some yards but did what they're supposed to do. Now, Jesse, this offense has to put a drive together.
Yeah, they have.
Intercepted for the 11th time this season.
Coming out of the tunnel in the 3rd quarter, this quarterback now is really struggling with his decision-making. 2 picks here in the 3rd quarter. This looks like Jekyll and Hyde from what we saw in the 1st half.
Well, and the bad thing is they're going to be in passing situations. They're coming from behind. They're going to need him to play better. Like, he's going to have to read the field better and make some plays if they want to get back in this football game.
And the Rams headed quickly to the line. Wants to go up top. And the pass is incomplete, charged loose by the hit.
And the big tight end, a lot of times that's a bigger strike zone, a bigger dude, and you could tell they put the hit on him, and that ball came out, and it came to the turf. Nice job playing physical by this defense.
Find space on the right. The change will move, and they'll have 1st and 10 from inside the red zone at the 18. Scanning the field, it's Coleman. It's complete to the left. They'll spot the ball at the 12 after that completion. We've reached a break. Colorado State is on top. Let's take a quick look at the national rankings to see how this playoff race is shaping up. They had a chance to mull things over. Let's see how they start the final period here on 2nd down. off the play fake. And that's going to be incomplete. A lot of contact on the play, but no flags. It'll be third down.
Well, they were trying to sneak him out of the backfield that time into the passing game, but that did not fool anybody on defense. What a hit, forcing that incompletion.
They'll try the run. And he'll finish the run in the end zone. Touchdown, Rams. As they push that lead out, a really good opportunity to get back in the win column.
When you've got a losing skid, there's nothing like some good old home cooking. They came back home, and they have played an outstanding game. And let's give this crowd a helmet sticker. They've been so loud. You know they've impacted this game, and that's the beauty of college football, helping their team get back in the win.
Here comes the Wazzu offense onto the field again. Well, the good news about this drive, Jesse, it can't go worse than last time through a pick on the first play.
No, it certainly can't. I think one good way, David, to help your quarterback turn the page is just find him an easy completion here and let him get back into a rhythm.
Yeah, or find him an easy handoff. Just hand the football off, maybe get the ground game going, maybe jumpstart this offense a little bit.
This quarterback part of their running game. This freshman makes the stop after a short gain.
You know, I really like this QB running the football because I know he's got a lot of speed, but he's not the biggest guy in the world. So he's not going to be able to break a lot of tackles. You really got to do a good job of trying to scheme ways to get him out in more space.
Got his man in the middle. And it's a first down. They'll mark it at the 44. Washington State lines up quickly.
A nice passing game by this offense. The quarterback and the receiver on the same page, in time, in rhythm, creates the big play. And look at them. They're right back on the football, ready to run another play.
Now on second down.
And defensively, this is exactly what you want, right? You got the big lead, so you can play big zone coverages. Just keep the ball in front of you. Keep your eye on the quarterback, rally to the football, gang tackle, and you're going to win this game.
Nice job by the quarterback, seeing the receiver come open, getting him the football, making the first down, and they like to do this. When they make a first down, they want to go fast. They want to crank up the tempo.
Quickly out on the screen to the wide receiver.
This quarterback right now is in a groove, and he's doing a nice job in pre-snap. He's reading the coverage, and he's getting an idea of where he wants to go with the football. That's why the ball's coming out of his hands so quickly, and that's why he seems like he's in a great rhythm right now.
Gets it out fast. Hauled down, but they'll move the sticks as he picks up the first down. And the Cougars come to the line with a fresh set of downs. Quarterback making checks. They're threatening to score, and they'll throw it. He's got it and still on his feet. They get it down to the 7 on that pass play in prime position for a score. This is a designed run. Down to the 3-yard line, and that's where they'll have it, first and goal. The Cougars started this drive backed up in their own end, and now they've moved into position to score. Looking to pass. It's Chambers. Big guy smells it. Into the hallelujah land. Touchdown, Washington State. Field shrinks. Tight end grows. Big targets, big results.
I've never heard it put that way, but you're dang right. That guy is so big. A lot of times you get a DB matched up on him. He can just post him up. A linebacker, he can run by him. So that's why these tight ends are so dangerous down here in this red zone.
Not much drives more anxiety than waiting to see if the hands team can corral the onside kick, and they do. Colorado State takes over the Ram. Offense returns to the field. They had to stand by and watch that scoring march, and now it's up to them to find a way to answer it. And a good, solid pickup there before the defense knocks him down. The Rams with a second and short to keep this drive moving. The officials stop the clock for the 2-minute timeout, and the offense is that much closer to victory. One more yard on this second down might just put an exclamation point on this one. The handoff, keep working on that clock. And he never had a chance, just stopped cold as soon as he got it. Timeout called there by the defense, desperate to get the ball back and save as much time as possible. And the Rams are at the line looking to convert on 3rd and short. The give to the tailback. What a job up front, and he'll lose a yard on that one. Quick timeout called by the defense, stopping the clock to save as much time as possible for their offense. So on 4th down, here comes the field goal kicker in a huge spot. Right down the boulevard, it's good. And they'll push that lead out a little further. Let's go to the studio now and check in with Kevin Connors. Kevin, what do you got?
Guys, wanted to give you a quick update on a game happening in the American. Rice is darn near perfect offensively today. This is almost exactly the way they drew things up this week in practice. They're up by 17 over Tulane. We'll circle back if anything big happens in this clash in the American you should know about.
Thanks for the update. Oh, there's the ball. Defense falls on the ball. Going to be a turnover.
Man, that's crippling because offensively you had to do something with the football, make them play. You fumble the ball, put it on the turf. Defense recovers. With this deficit, ball game over.
The coach wants the officials to have another look at the monitor using a timeout here. Thinks the call is going to end up going his way. So he took a chance by using a timeout on the challenge, and it comes back to bite him. We'll see if he needs that timeout later. And with the game all but decided, this quarterback will take a knee. You know, there's no real reason to panic, but if you think about it, when does panicking ever really help? But certainly this was a bitterly disappointing outcome.
And you can look at a lot of different statistics, and I know we tend to overcomplicate college football these days, but guys,